Hi guys, welcome back to 27th video tutorial of J2W. So in this tutorial we're going to discuss about the second part of our application, which is developing the product page, which makes you the performing the CRUD operations on the products. So far what we have done is we just have a login page where user enters the user details, and the login servlet actually validates that user according to the database. If the user is valid, then it is returning to success page, and if it is failed, then it is giving the error page. Now what we are doing is, if user is valid, if login got succeed, then instead of going to the success page, what I'm doing is I'll be navigating to the products page. So the products web page will have the list of products, and you can able to perform all the CRUD operations over the product. So that's what our intention is. That's with that our application will be completely uh, covers all the topics. What are we supposed to do? All the topics it will cover. So let me replace this success start HTML with our products page, where products will have list of products, and you can able to add a new product, and you can able to perform delete and update operations. Let me go and create a new file which is actually contains our product details. For that, what I'm doing is, let me have this success here. I don't want to delete it, and I want to add a new HTML which is products home dot html. So these HTML I'll be adding. So within this HTML, I'll be, the first step what I'm planning to do is, so this is the first page. If you see the products page, what this contains is, the first part it will contain adding products, like product ID, quantity, price. Let me see what we have in products. Product ID, product code, name, quantity, and price. Quantity, price, missed product code. So with this we have all the details within the product, and let me move this to a little bit top. So for all of these I'll be having text fields over there. So at the end I need to have a button which is add product. So with this, our add product page will come, and we'll be having one more link, which is view all products. So these are our products page will look like. The first part, it contains the adding a new product form, and it contains the hyperlink, which contains which actually, if you click on it, then it will list down all the products available in the database. So what are the products available? You can list out all the products over there. So that's our product page. So these are product home.html. The next one will be having, so once user clicks on add product, then it will go to success page. If it is your product got added success or not, then the next page we are going to display is, so once user clicks on this view all products, then we'll be listing all the products here with our product ID. It's not coming. PID and product name, product code, and I think I missed the product name or the add product. Product name and quantity and price. So even if I miss few items here, I will be adding in the forms. Don't worry. The code and quantity, name of the product, and price. I think I need to mention the name here instead of quantity over there. Let me mention them properly. So that's about it. And now we are listing all the details. Additionally, we'll be having one more field over here, which is about, suppose if you see the product here, right? About the product one, product code is pen or something, quantity is 20, and these are the list we are getting from database. What are the data we have in database? That list we will be getting here. And So some price, and here you will be getting options like you want to delete that or not. So if you want to delete, you just click on delete, that record will be deleted. And there is a link uh, provided, which is your back to add new product or back to home. So these are we're going to perform the operations, and with this we can achieve all kind of operations over here. And I'll give edit option to you as assignment. And for now I'm just doing home page, which contains adding a new product and list out all the product. And within uh, adding new if you click on view all product, then the page will come here. And even if you click on add product also, the page will come here. It will list down whether the product is added or not. It will show all the list over here. If you just click on back home, then it will come to this page. So these are we're going to do, and this action this page will come when the login got succeed. So far we are showing the login just as success.html. Instead of that, now we are showing the home page products to home.html, which contains this kind of UI. So let me add these fields over there. So for title, as I mentioned, the title I'm giving like Flipkart, I'm just giving Flipkart products home. So within this I'll be having the form. Let me have defined way the table and all, like instead of showing this, let me have a detailed way. Let me add a table for that. So for first row, within that there are two fields we have. One is two columns. One is product ID and the text box. Let me take first column, which is TD. The first column I'm mentioning input. Now the input, first I have to mention the label, right? It's a product ID. Let me mention the product ID over here. And even before that, we need to have a form so that we can submit this whole form to any particular subject. So for that, let me add a form prior to the table. So that this particular block will be submitted to a form. It should end in end of the table. And here I'll be writing the first column. I'll be writing product ID, and second column I'll be putting a text field where I can give my product ID details, PID. So with this name I can able to access this data, what are the data user is enters within product ID in servlet page. The same way let me code for others. Just copy pasting these rows, or I can type it, no problem. TD, the second one is product code, input, type equal to text, and name is product name, key name, or product code I need to mention, e code. Let me end this TD here. So we have done with the two fields. Now we're doing for rest of the fields. TR. So again we have two TDs here. One is product name, and text field for that. So let me have other fields, which is quantity and the price. Quantity of the products and input for that. Type text, and name will be quantity QTY, and the last field will be TR price. So I'm just finishing this form. Input, type text, and name is price. So with this we have done with the adding the details, and now we have to add a submit button. Let me add that. So for the button, I just want to put button in between, middle of the form, not like a side to the, not to one side. I just want to put it in middle. For that, what I'm doing is I'm just putting TD, and inside that I'll be using call span of 2. Call span of 2 will actually do, it makes the center, the button to be center, means it makes it uses the spaces for to both the column space. Let me quote it. Call span 2 I'll be giving. So we have all the other rows having 2, so that's the reason I'm just giving 2 over there. And here I'm putting input, type, submit, and value I'll be giving add new product or save product. Save product. So with this, our form is got succeed. So what we have done so far, we just created a form, and within that form we added all the fields, input fields with the names. So names we mentioned because we need to get these values in the servlet, and we mentioned a submit button. So we have to mention other details for the form. One is method. Method is post, so we don't want to show the details in the URL. So if you don't mention the post, then all the values, what are the values you're giving, those will be displayed over the URL. I don't want to show anything over the URL. That's the reason I'm just mentioning post. And the action I'll be mentioning save product. And this servlet I'll write it. I need to create it, save product. And the other one, what else we missed over here? We need to add a field which is view all products. Let me put that after the form, which is just putting br. Here I'll be writing a anchor link because it looks a anchor link, so I'm just writing anchor link anchor link. We can write it using a tag, and here I'm writing href equal to href is the one which servlet has to go, and the value, what are the value you want to give, that value you can give it here. It's a view all products. View all products. And the servlet, which servlet I want to give, which is view products servlet. So let me put here also save product servlet. So now my form is got ready. So I just have a form which is saving new product, which I have a save product servlet, and for viewing all products I need to have view product servlet. So let me create these files so that our operations will be performed. In Flipkart package, I'm just having a new class which is save product servlet, just finishing it. And the other servlet which we need to have is view product servlet. And here I'll be introducing a new way of declaring a servlet. So far we discussed about when you're creating a new servlet, then you have to go to web.xml. There you have to configure your servlet with names and the packages and everything. Now there is a new approach available within the latest versions of Java, like more than 8. Then if you see, then you don't need to configure the each and every time, and coming to web.xml you don't need to configure it, and we just need to mention a annotation on top of the servlet class. What are the class you want to make it servlet, you just need to mention an annotation which is about web servlet, which is from java x.servlet.annotation. So this is the annotation you have to use for making your class to servlet. This is equivalent to your web.xml, so which is the servlet declaration. So what else we missed? We mentioned the class name by mentioning the annotation, which is web servlet, and we need to mention this URL pattern. Then only our servlet implementation, servlet declaration will be complete. So for that, what I'm doing is we just need to mention here the servlet name slash the servlet name. That's it. With this, your implementation is means this declaration over the web.xml is equals to this particular annotation. So see how simple it is. We just need to write web servlet annotation. Then we have to keep our URL pattern over there within the preferences, and that equals to this one particular line equals to this block of code in web.xml. So we don't need to look for web.xml. So that is the reason when you're creating a project, it asks for whether you want to have web.xml or not. So if you are completely going with this approach, then in that case we don't need web.xml itself. So because the annotations will take care of making our classes to servlets. So that's a new thing we are introduced in this tutorial. And now the rest of the code will be same, like how we have the other servlets, like extending HTTP servlet and everything. The rest of the things are same. Extends HTTP servlet. So here we need to perform our add operations, adding a new product that we have to perform. For that, what I'm doing is I'm just overriding the method called doPost. So within this method, I'll be performing add operations like add new product to DB. So here I'll be performing add operations. The same way we can go with the view product servlet, and here we can make this class to view product servlet. Let's make that. Annotation is web servlet, and you have to make your as view servlet. That's it. So by making this annotation, you can able to have your servlet as you can treat your class as a servlet class. The same way I'll be extending HTTP servlet, and the view servlet I can use the operations like do get and do delete. These operations I can able to perform here because it's actually viewing the results, and also it is actually performing the delete operations also. As we seen in the diagram, we are actually doing we are adding a new product, and we are actually deleting the product, means viewing the product and deleting the product here. So both the operations. So before that, let me open and run this application. So far we can see how product home is look like, and how these servlets will be defined over here. And let me open this product page, how we can see this, how this page is actually particularly looks like. Once this is ready, okay to proceed, then we can look for this page again. So I'm just running the project. Run on server. So now we got the page ready. Let me go here. So we got page ready. The thing is, whenever you give the right credential, then it has to go to the product page. If you give wrong credential, then it will go to the error page itself. Instead of success page, we just placed our product's home page. Let's go and give it. I think that I gave that in login servlet to redirect to. No, I didn't mention it. I need to mention it. Otherwise, the current code will actually go to. It will go to the success page itself. But I don't want the success page. I just want the home page. So let me replace this with home products home.html. So with this, our change is done, and let me restart the server. So as I told, like whenever you're making any changes within the Java file, it's good to stop and start the server. So if it is a HTML, then you don't need to restart the server, you just need to refresh the page. So this server got started. Let me go to the home, and I'll be giving admin and admin. Now you can expect product home. See, we got product home ready, and we got nice designed product form which can accept a new product details, and which can it will save a new product to the table. We have view products link, and we haven't implemented this code, so if you click on it, it will navigate to the view product servlet. So far we haven't implemented any method, also that's the reason method not allowed, it is showing. So once we implement it, then it will show the right results. Once you click on save product, it will go to the save product. So this implementation also not done. So these are where the navigations works now. So let me go and implement these two operations. So that what I'm doing is, let me close this success, and the success we don't need anyhow, and this index anyhow we need it, and let it be there. So the first implementation what we have to do, whenever user clicks on save product, then it has to add to the database. That's the first step we have to do. Let me do this here. The first thing we have to get all the details, what are all details we have within our form, like what are the details he is entering within the form. Then those details which we need to get it first, then we need to run an insert query out of it. So let me get those details here, and we can run the first one will be, so what are all the values, I just want to mention it now. What are the values we get you entering here? All the values within request you'll be getting, so this request able to get the details right with the names. So what are the values you're entering here within the text box? All the values will comes as the string format only, not the integer format, because whenever this by default the HTML will actually return only the string format of results. It won't return any integer or float type of results. So that's the reason we need to get the values in a string, and later we need to convert it to the to respect to types. Like if product ID is integer, then we have to convert it to integer, and if the product type is float, then we have to convert it to float from the strings. So that's what we have to do. Let me get those details. Let me stop the server by clicking on this red button. I'll come to this servlet later. Let me finish this. So here what I'm writing is, I'm just getting these details: product ID, string PID equal to request dot get parameter of what name we gave in the product home, that name we have to use it here, PID. And if you want to convert this to integer, so if you want in integer format, then int equal to new equal to int PID product ID equal to integer dot parse int of string you can give it. So you can get the product ID this way. First you need the request dot get parameter will return always string, then you have to convert it to integer, or if you want to directly make it in single line, then you have to do in int pid equal to what are the integer dot parse int you mentioned, that you have to put it over here for the request dot get parameter. So that makes one line code. You don't need to have multiple lines. So we're getting that PID and we are converting into integer value, because in database the record is in integer format. And the next one is product code. So product code is in string only, so we don't need to convert it. The code. So request dot get parameter of the code, you need to get it, and p name, it's a string again. So it's not mandate like you can give any name over here. It's not mandate like the same name you have to give. I'm just giving for shortcut, or you can give any name. Any name you can give it here. For this one also, product code. The next one is quantity. Quantity is in integer, then you have to make the conversion. Way to do is integer dot parse int of request dot get attribute get parameter of your input. That's it. So the next you have to get is price. Price is in float. If you see in the database, then you get to know the price is in float. Float product price equal to float dot parse float of request dot get parameter of quantity. So that's how you'll be getting all the details, and now you have all the details in your hand. Now you have to perform the DB operations. What I'll do is I'll make this more dynamic so that you can make use of the DAOs and all. So if I create a DAO for this, so that makes more MVC pattern you can able to see. Or if you want to just save it here, I'll save it. There's no problem at all. So let me save it here. I don't want to make you, because you're just learning advanced Java topics, and I don't want you to make more confused. And let me save the details here itself. So we have the details. Now the step is we have to connect to the database and we have to save the records in database. So the way to do this is we have already have the code for connecting database within our login servlet. The same set of code I'll be using over here. So I'll be connecting to save product to DB. So I'm typing try catch here. So as I'm writing SQL code, e dot print stack trace And now we need to have our JDBC steps. One is load driver class. Second step is create connection object. So as we have the parameters and all, the third step I'll be using create prepared statement. At the last, we need to close connection. So let's get the code from login servlet. What do you want? So loading a class we have, and creating a connection. There's no difference here. And now the prepared statement. Here I need to modify the query, which is insert into what is the table products. So I'll giving names, product ID, name. I'll be giving all the values, so I don't need to mention anything. I can give, if you are specific to insert any two fields or three fields, then you have to mention the field names. Otherwise you can mention, simply give the values of how many, 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4 5. So 5 placeholders I have put it here. Now I need to set those values. Here start set int of 1, which is product ID. So the first one is product ID, the second one is product code, the second one is string type. Here start set string of 2, which is product code, and PS start set string of, the third one will be name, and the fourth one will be quantity, which is into here. Here start set int of 4, which is quantity, and the last one will be the price, which is float. Here start set float of 5, which is the price. So we just set all the values. Now we have to execute our query. Here start execute update. So with this we can save our records. At the end we need to close the connection. So once you close the connection, then what will happen is the record will be saved to your particular table, which is products table. Once the product is added, then our intention is to rewrite to this view product page, because that's how we explain. So once the product is added, then we have to go to this product. I can say product list page. So this is the page we have to navigate. Whenever the user clicks on add product, if it got succeed, then it has to go there. If got failure, then it will be stay here. And so in view products also, it will go to the product list page. Let me navigate. Once the connection is closed, then I'll be navigating response dot send redirect of. So the servlet, respect to servlet, I have to give it here. So whatever the servlet I want to navigate, that particular servlet I have to give it here. So which servlet I want to navigate, which is this one. So once this is done, in this particular view servlet, I can able to see all the records, like whether the new record got inserted or not, because this particular servlet actually lists all the available products within a table format. So now our save product is done. What save product is doing, it's just getting the values, all the values from the form. Once it get all the form, all the details, then it will save to the um, it will go to the view servlet. There it will, all the details will be there. So if if does any exception came in between, so what we have to do, we have to go back to the home products home itself. For that, what I'm doing is, if any exception came, stay in the same page. Products home.html. So within this page it will stay. So what it means, if product got added, then it will go to this page. If something got failed, then it will stay in the same page itself. So that's about save servlet. So we have done with this, and this part of HTML and functionality is done. Now we have to move to this particular functionality, which is our view servlet, view product servlet. Here, as I need to list down all the data, then I'm just giving a get method only, because with the get I can able to get I can show all the results over here. Let me implement that view servlet. Do get, not this one. Do get. Here my intention is to list down all the products with the same table format whatever we have here. I just want to list down all the tables over here. So let me put the output as a HTML format. The way to do this is, just need to set the content type, response dot set content type to text or HTML. Now we can put our list, the tables, what and all tables we want. We just need to list down all of them. Before that, we just need to have the retrieve query. So we just need to get the records, then only we can show it in the table. So I can write a table to display all products from DB, but before that we need to have the records available. For that, what I'm doing is, I just need to connect to the database. So try catch of exception print stack trace. Here we need to write our database logic to retrieve all the products available within the database. So let me get the code from here. So the common code. So loading driver class and creating connection object, we got it. And the next step is, we need to retrieve all the records. For that, I'm just using a statement object. With the statement object, you can able to st equal to connection dot create statement. Let me import this. It's from SQL statement equal to connection dot create statement. Now I need to execute the query. So before that, let me close connection. I cannot forget this. So now I need to retrieve results with statement object. The result will be saved in result set. st.execute query. I'll be passing select star from products. So here I'll be getting all the records from the products table, or I can mention all the fields itself, but let me have like this. So now I have the result set ready, which is equals to our products table. What are the tables, what are the records we have, all the table, all the details I'll be having over here. So now I'll be list down all the details one by one within our results. Now I can write my HTML code, which actually displays our response. Now the response is ready. Set content type output, and I need to get print writer for that to print the output in the browser window. Print writer out equal to response dot get writer. So that's it. This we can get the writer ready, and now we can write the results within the browser. So for that, what I'm writing is out dot print. So I'll be taking a table. So I'll be giving some CSS for this. Border equal to 1 and width equal to 100%. Some basic CSS I'm just giving to the table to make the better UI. And let me close this tag. So with this, I just created a table with border 1 and width is 100%. Now I can print all my details. So let me print the headers first. Which is tier within the headers. I'll be adding th is referred for one of the header, and I'll be putting the details like product ID, and I'll be closing this tag. The same way I'll have other details also, like the other details whatever we have. One is product ID and other one is product code. And third one will be the name and quantity. At last, the price. So with this, we just have the headers, like what and all headers we will be showing. It will have the headers, and we need to list down the data. So for list down the data, what I'm doing is I'm just looping the result set, and with the result set, when I'm looping, then I'll be list down one by one values, so that our response will be prepared. So while off, let's start next. What I'm doing is out.print tr So I'm just for each and every record I'm printing in a row in the output. Let me add columns within this. Dot print of td and the value and the closing tag. The value I'll be getting in rs dot get int of 0th column. I think the index I have to give 1, I think, the first column, and I have to write for rest of the fields. The second field will be, which is product code, which is string name. So both all are strings. Get string of 2, and the other details are like 3, and after that we have quantity, which is int again. So we need int. This is the fourth one, and just need to have one float one. So what I'm doing is I'm just getting product ID with the get int of 1, and which is integer, product code with the get string of 2, second column, and the product name, which is get string of 3, which is the third column, and the quantity is there in fourth column, and price is float, and I'm just getting 5. So with this we can prepare our table, and we can list down all the values out there. So let me run this code so far, and how we can see the results and all. We can see how it is performing. So far what we have done, we just have our products home ready. Once user enters the details, it will come to the save product. So save product servlet, what it will do, it will get all the details, it will save the products, it will save into the DB. Once the DB connection is, this record got saved successfully, then it will redirect to view servlet. So if it is failure, then it's stay in the product home itself. So if the record got successfully inserted, then the cursor will go to view product servlet. Within view product servlet, we can see all the list of values over there. So let me add a backlink for this also, like how we mentioned in the diagram, like back to home, which is actually going to our home page. So before that, before closing the connection, I'm just putting out dot print. I'll put some br to make some space. And now I'll be writing out dot print. I'll be writing a anchor tag where it has to show back to home page. It is an anchor link, and href I need to mention, like how we mentioned over here, like the view all result. The same way we have to mention href for this particular products.html. Let me give single quotes here. So that's it. So we are done with our page, and let me go and see how this looks like. So I'm just running the code with the right click and run on server. So let me go to the browser, just coming to products home, admin. So I gave the right credentials, then I got product page ready, and now I'll be inserting a new record. Or let me go to the view all products results, then we can see whether the how product list is resulting. Later we can test or add product. So see here, you can able to see the product details like 101 pencil and red pen and everything you can able to see in the results. So far we have 3 products listed over here. I just want to add one more product, which is mobile. So let me add it here using add product page. So if you see, if I click on view products, it is coming to product list. It is getting all the records from the database. What are the records we have in the database? It is getting all the records, and it is showing in a nice format. And if I just click on back to home page, then it is going to home page, and it's showing the title for products home. So here let me add a new product, which is 1004. You can give any number, and mob mobile home, and the quantity I need 4, and the price is 20,000 each. 20,000 or something, you can give any number. Just clicking on save product, see the product got added and it is listed in your table. So let me verify in database whether the product is added in table or not. The product got added. So with this we have done with the implementation, like adding a new product and viewing list of products and all. So we can put a delete button over here for each particular line, and with this we can able to delete any product and we can perform that operation. And that's how we can able to perform the CRUD operations over here. So far we have done the select operation and adding the product and listing all the products what are available in the DB. So you just need to put the delete button over within the line, and what are the line it is having a delete button, that particular record will be deleted in the database, and it will refresh the view product servlet itself. Let me do this. So for that, what I'm doing is I just need to add, like how we displayed in the page, that we need to add a delete button out of it. So along with these details, I'll be adding a delete button. So I'll be adding one more TD over here, which should have the delete related information. Or dot, let me put some comment. And I'm just adding print off. So let me stop the server. I don't want to print any nonsense in console. And what I'm trying to do, I'll be adding a anchor link, which actually, once you click on anchor link, that particular record will be deleted. Suppose if pen is there, if you click on that delete, then delete link, and that particular record will be deleted and view will be refreshed. Let me do that. Yeah. I'll be putting title as delete. And here href, I'll be putting a link for a new servlet, which we don't have, we need to create for that. So which is delete product servlet, which I need to create it. I don't have it and I need to create it. For that, what I need to pass, I just need the details of this particular product ID. With the product ID, I can able to delete it. So I'm just passing the ID PID equal to, just giving this value, so I can able to get that particular product in the respective delete servlet. So whenever I'm making a call for this particular servlet, I'm just passing a parameter with PID. The question mark, if you mention, then it means you're passing some parameter to the particular servlet, and you'll be getting using request.get parameter, like how we are getting in read save product. The same way you can get using request.get parameter of PID. If we give, then you'll be getting this particular product ID, and with this we can able to delete our particular record. Let's see how this actually looks like, and later we can implement this particular servlet. So once you run this, then you can able to see this particular servlet is we just need to click on this, and then we can see there's no servlet is available, but we'll see how the URL looks like. Once you click on delete, then it will show /delete servlet and PID equal to that particular PID. What are the PID we have, that particular PID it will show. Let me go to the home page. The server got started. Yes, home page, and giving admin details, and here in view products, so I didn't put within because we don't have th declared, so that is the reason it is showing that. So let me have one more th here. th and th and th, just putting empty th, and here I just need to put this within let me stop the server. I just need to put this in one of the td, so that it will be belongs to that particular row. Let me restart it. The server getting started. So the server is started. Let me go to the home. So we got home, products home. Let me go to the product list. Now you can see for each and every product it have the delete option. If you click on it, then it is expected this product to be deleted, and so let me click on this, and it will show the URL like it's showing delete product and with the ID 101. If you click on product 2 or mobile, and it will show that particular ID 1004. So with this we can able to delete it. So let me create this particular servlet in our class, then we can have the functionality ready. So let me stop the server. I'll be creating a new servlet, which is delete product servlet. So in delete product servlet, so I don't want to mention in web.xml, let me have it in annotation way, web servlet, and I'll be giving URL for that as delete servlet. Then extends HTTP servlet. So as we discussed, this particular servlet actually does the delete operations. For that, let me so this is actually accepting one value, which is 1004. Let me use get method for this. do get. So I'm just overriding do get method over here, and now I want to get the value whatever there is passing. So PID, I just want to get it. For that, what you have to do, string PID equal to product ID equal to request dot get parameter of PID. So if you give this, you can get the product ID. But the product ID in our case, it's a integer type. So I need to convert this to integer. Let me convert this int, and integer dot parse int of our request dot get parameter. Now our product ID is ready. Now we can use this product ID to perform the delete operations. So what I'm trying is, I just want to create a JDBC code and which actually deletes the particular record in database. And again, I want to redirect to the same page. DB code or JDBC code to delete a product and redirect to list product. So let me do that. Try. So as we are writing JDBC code, we're just using try go. So if some exception came, then we just need to print that exception, and later we need to send redirect to the page which is the home page. Home.html, or you can go to this particular servlet, view product servlet also. You can go there, you can see all the, because once the delete got failed, we can see whether this page is available. Yep. Now what we have to do, we have to perform JDBC step. One is load driver class. The second step is create connection. The third step is create prepared statement. The fourth step is close connection. So let me get these code from other servlet. So the first one is loading a class, and second one is connecting to a database. So getting the connection object, and third step is preparing the prepared statement. Preparing prepared statement. That's good. So now we have prepared our statement. Here, instead of insert, we have to mention the delete code. Delete from products where product ID equal to question mark. I think this name I have wrong here in the database itself. PROCUCT ID. PROCUCT ID. So I gave the wrong ID here, so that's why I'm mentioning same. So now I have product ID ready with the parameter. So let me set that value here. PS start set int of 1 and the value will be product ID. That's it. Now I need to execute my query. PS start, execute, update. So once I have done this, once this process is done, then I just want to redirect to view page. There I can see list of results. So even if it is success or failure, just want to see in the results, so that that view page will have the details of all the records. Last step, I just want to close the connection. So that's up with delete servlet. So what we have done, we just getting that PID, whatever the PID we're getting, and we're connecting to a database. So once we connect to the database, then we are actually performing delete operation with the respective product ID, and we are executing that query, and we are redirecting to the same page whether record got deleted or not. So even if it is not deleted, then we're actually redirecting to the same page to see the results how it is. So let me run this project. So with this, we have done all the operations what we discussed in the diagram. Run on server. So as we discussed, our page is ready now. One is with adding a product and view all products. And adding a product, it will add the product and it will show whether the product is added or not in the view result list. And view all products also, it will go and it will just view the results. And if you perform delete operation for each particular row, if the delete is happening, then it will result whether record is deleted or not. We can check in both ways, in the UI as well as in DB. Let me go to the browser. I think it's started. Yes. And, yeah. Let me give admin and admin. So we got page ready. Let me go to view all products and let me delete the record which is mobile. So now the record is available in the database. The mobile phone is available in the database as well as our UI. So let me delete this. See, now the record got deleted. Now we are in view page servlet. Let me check in the database. Record got deleted. Let me delete a laptop also. You can see it. Instantly it is deleting and it is updating the view. See, it just deleted and it's updated the view. Let me check in the database whether the laptop is deleted or not. Yes, laptop got deleted. So that's up with our application, and we have done the CRUD operations using the JDBC.